Cyberpunk 2 director says we didn't need more time with Jackie Wells in Cyberpunk 2077. Ubisoft fires workers that were unionizing, so it looks like they were union busting. Expedition 33 devs didn't expect their players to play so much of the secondary content that the endgame became a little bit easier. And Fable 4 is officially delayed to 2026. I'm glad they warned us, otherwise I would expect it to still release in 2025. These and more news right now. But guys, first, this is a new thing that I'm trying on the channel. I'll just be reading the news real quick and talking about everything that I read. Tell me in the comments if you like this format. If you are new here, please subscribe, leave a like, leave a dislike, tell me your opinion in the comments, and let's jump into the video. Oh, this is a bad one. Cyberpunk 2 director says there'd be no point in giving players more time with Jackie in Cyberpunk 2077. It's like saying we should spend more time on Tatooine with Farmer Luke before he got involved with all this Jedi stuff. This is so good. Cyberpunk is playing in my background. I've just been playing a lot of Cyberpunk 2077. I got over 200 hours in that game. I am totally a fan of what CD Projekt Red has output, although I have a lot of criticism that I think they should take it to the heart to make the second game. Actually, this is my next video that I had planned. I wanted to make a video about things I think they should improve over Cyberpunk 1, right, the 2077, before they do the second one, and now the director comes out and said, nah, we shouldn't spend more time with Jackie. Dude, let me tell you, the problem is not that we didn't spend more time with Jackie. We could have spent 10 minutes if you guys wanted. The problem is that you guys try to build emotional connection with Jackie, but we don't spend that time. He is our friend, our childhood friend, our friend for so long that we can count that much, but we barely do like 2 missions with the guy. 2 missions with the guy before we do the final mission, and then spoiler alert. Spoiler alert, okay? If you're here, you're getting spoiler. He dies, you know? So, it is in bad taste to defend yourself like that, because you basically do Sandra Dorset quest with him. You do I forgot the name. You do the Dum, you know, you're getting that bot, the robot you need to get inside Arasaka, and then you do the Arasaka quest. Oh, but you have the prequel quest, the one based on the life path you choose. That is a joke. That is the time that we are supposed to spend with Jackie. This is what fans are saying. And I agree that the beginning... Anyway, I won't get too much into detail. I just want to say that I completely disagree with Cyberpunk 2 director. I understand what he's saying, but he's wrong in the sense that the game tries to make us feel attached to Jackie, and we don't spend a lot of time with him. So if you don't want to give us a lot of time with him, don't make us feel attached. Make him be the same as a farmer in Tatooine before he got involved in all the Jedi stuff. This comparison doesn't make sense. This comparison doesn't make sense because Jack is already in the criminal world. Everything would make sense because it fits in the genre of the... He's saying, oh, it doesn't fit the theme because Luke, before he gets into the adventure, he's more like a farmer and don't do stuff that makes sense to the world. But Jackie does. He is already in the world of crime. He's already telling us how he knows us. There is one of the life paths that he gets to know you as you go, but it is most, I think, the street kid, right? But regardless, it is... this guy's so wrong. Let me read a bit more into the news. Okay, so in the interview, it's a little bit more clear. He is saying that prolonging the first act would be a mistake, and I agree with him. This is some of my criticism, that I think that the game should open itself quicker, but we should still be able to do the main missions just as we can do after the game opens itself. Anyway, I believe it was a bad quote, but okay. Untriggered. Just read the full article. The titles of the articles really convey this thing that. Anyway, Ubisoft studio unionizes and it's immediately shut down by Ubisoft, affecting 71 people. Ubisoft Halifax is no more. Ubisoft has closed another studio, this time shuttering Canada's Ubisoft Halifax, right on the heels of its unionization. Wow, guys, this is insane. We already know how many of these big companies disliked unions and the way they act, just firing everybody that tries to unionize. It is insane. I guess this just goes to show that for these companies, it is always less expensive to just fire everybody than to deal with a union. Either unions are very powerful or really, I don't know. I have no opinion about it. I was never a part of a union. I know unions have a bad reputation sometimes. I have no say in that. But I do agree that we devs, as you guys, some of you might know, I also work in the gaming industry. I'm a 3D animator. We devs have lots of bad conditions. I do love the place that I'm working right now. I love my job there. I think it's super fair. But many devs and many places that I've worked aren't fair, and there is a lack of commitment by the employers that feels really hurtful, and it doesn't, not even hurtful in the sentimental feeling. I mean, in the monetary, in the budget, they can fire you whenever. There is no severance package. I mean, sometimes there is, but this is my point, right? It feels like it lacks a lot of work rights that other areas have, and I guess this is why you see people unionizing, and it's crazy how they just shut down, just like the Office. I don't remember if you guys remember Jen saying how they shut down any branch that tries to unionize, but it's crazy. We are seeing that right now. It's not just on the Office, it's real life, baby. 15-year-old studio. It was a mobile gaming company, but that doesn't make the guys less of developers. I'm sure they aren't the guys who choose the monetization methods, and they are doing the best. Lots of people still play mobile. It's a big market. It's not my cup of tea. Obviously, as a developer, I always prefer to work on games that will be played on PC, as I play on PC. But yeah, nonetheless, very sad that if it is true and the only reason that they were fired was because they were making a union, very sad that they couldn't come to terms and work it out. I guess I'm just expecting too much of the world. That's too naive. Claire Obscure Expedition 33 lead underestimated how many players would do all the side content. Regrets disappointing people that wanted a challenging end boss. Yeah, this is crazy. I never expected developers to, not expect the players to go into the nook and crannies of their games. Obviously, we have all those team stats of how many people start the game and don't go all the way to the finish. But also, a lot of us have joy in just experiencing the game and doing whatever. And I think this ties up to all these games that have side content, right? We like to go in and just relax and explore the game. And I think it's within all of us players to actually, explore the game and enjoy it the way we want. And the more freedom we have, the more you have to actually expect that players will do that. Well, I'm reading to he wishes he made it clear that if you want the intended difficulty for the boss, you have to go beat it now. Oh, this is a thing. This is a thing about open worlds. I love open worlds that have fixed levels, because then if you are a bad player, or if you just want, to get overpowered and you want to cruise through everything, you can do that. But if you want to join that level on that challenge level, you can do that. Maybe you have an option to tie every level to the current level you are. This is cool. But I guess he found out this problem, and well, you can try and have choke points, right? And you kind of do. I think Divinity did that. Some RPGs do that, right? They choke all the experience in one section, and they know roughly how much experience you can get until you get to a new area, so they kind of control the level. But yeah, it's a hard quest, both for design, for balancing, code, there's a lot involved. It's a very interesting read. Well, and I guess after reading the more of the article, it all comes down to the developers didn't expect the game to be such a hit, right? Yeah, I guess you should always maybe expect that your game might become such a huge hit. PC Gamer says it's not weird to want generative AI disclosure on games, and I agree. I have made a video about that earlier this month or last year, and I'd say the same thing. I think having disclosure, a disclaimer telling where AI was used in the game is no harm at all, because if you think you are not doing anything wrong using AI, you have no problems disclosing, like, oh, we used AI for the brainstorm phase, we used AI for the concept phase, we used AI for generating 3D models, we used AI for generating voice, we used AI for programming the game, assisting in programming, or doing everything from the ground up. If you don't think you are doing anything wrong, you wouldn't mind disclosing it. The only reason companies or individuals would want to not disclose that they are using AI is if they think it is wrong, or if they think it will devalue their product in a way, somehow. And it does devalue, right? If somebody tells, oh, hey, half of my game was done using AI, you now think that the game is half the value, right? You think, oh, okay, that part must not have been so hard as doing it without AI, as opposed to doing it without AI. And people are right to think that, so come on. The only people who want to defend not disclosing using AI are the people who know that disclosing that you are using this tech automatically devalues your product or your work, and they don't want to do that. They want to pretend they are not using while using it. Come on. Oh, this one I'm very interested about. I want to make a Fable video. I haven't yet got to make this Fable video, but it seems that according to Games.gg, Game3G3.gg, Fable's 2026 reboot combined. Fable reboot delayed to 2026. It seems that the Fable has been officially delayed to 2026. I mean, it is obviously that it's not releasing in 2025, but who knows what's going on with that game development. I think everybody's curious, cautious, and anxious about this release, at least everybody that is a Fable fan like I am. And I wanted to see, because I really, really wish that Microsoft would at least bring Fable 2 and 3 back to PC somehow. But if that's not possible, at least gives us a good Fable 4, but I doubt it will live to expectations. But we will see. Let's read a little bit more in the article. Well, they are saying the delay is to fully optimize the game, and it would be worth, I guess, yes, obviously. If you're gonna give me a great game in 2030, delay the game to 2030. But is it really going to be good, or are you guys just using the Fable IP, but the idea of the mechanics and the interaction with the world and the choices and the time passing, none of that will be there? Then is it really Fable? Fable is not about the names, it's not about Albion. We don't care about that. Fable is about how the main character affects with silly good and evil choices his world. It's all about choices, doing different builds for combat, and classic RPG stuff. Oh, it seems there's a pre-alpha footage released during the delay announcement. When was this delay announcement? Okay. By the brief research I did, I couldn't find any new footage, I mean, as in the last 2 or 3 months, for a gameplay of Fable. We do seem to have something that was released in 2025, quick pre-alpha footage, sneak peeks, and it does feel like an open world third-person RPG. It feels like they know what they are doing. I just hope that everything else is just like Fable 1, let's say. Just like Fable 1. But okay, I'm excited. If they cannot bring Fable 2 or 3, please bring Fable 4 and make it even better than Fable 2 or 3. Okay, I am excited about it. The motorcycle by my window is excited about that. I don't know if you guys can hear it. But yeah, I am excited about that. And oh well, I don't know, my guys. It feels like this is it for the news. And that's it for the news, my guys. This is a new segment that I'm trying to do. The Notidle news. I've always wanted to talk about the news, but I also want to keep doing my weekly videos. So I'm trying to do with less editing, more quickly recorded, without no script. Tell me what you think about it. Tell me in the comments what you think about the news that we talked about. Check my channel if you want to look for more. Please subscribe if you are new here. Leave a like or dislike the video. Feel free to do it. And check my channel if you want to see me talking more about the gaming industry, more gaming news, or just playing games. I do some lives if you want to come and have a chat, or just check my videos. I thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching until here, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. This is the Notidle news, and I'll try to keep going with this one, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye bye.